Hey, it's Wednesday. Rob's busy working in the new office, so just me and you. What we're up to?
We've got to report on Monday, so
Yeah.
we'll put this in the front of it, it'll be fine. But yeah, so Rob, as Jack said, Rob is working a lot on the new office. We spent all day yesterday moving all the stuff from storage into the new office. You'll see a good montage of that hopefully in the clip coming up. And then Rob's going to spend the rest of the week there sort of decorating and getting stuff ready. So move in hopefully by the next week, or start next week, we'll see where we're at. But in terms of other work, Jack is working on colouring voxels. You have more of the
Toy Store
DLC, get that as close to done as possible because that's coming out next week. And then I'm doing all the QA for the Colouring Pixels DLC because that's coming out this week. So it needs QA testing, needs achievements making, and then it needs to be ready for going out on Friday.
Flashback.
We got the keys to the new office, and I just wanted to show you. It's nice. All of the carpets are brand new, and all the ceiling tiles are brand new. We've got a kitchen, with some cupboards and storage, things like that. We've got a little rack. Look at this. Ooh. That with a switch in. Hopefully it's all plumbed in because I have no idea how to do that. I'll have to Google it. This is the new streaming room with Star Trek doors.
Sensors are configured. Oh, come on.
Very cool. It's a little bit strange. It's a bit of a triangle room, that one. And then we have our main entrance over here. So this is the bit that they did a lot of works with. So this entire section was in level with this ground floor, but now they've added 2 steps down, so it's in level with the floor. This Kim pretending to work. So now this door opens. This is like our main commercial entrance, which is very cool. Lots of painting need to be done here, but like this is cool. Like they added banisters and stuff. 2 bathrooms and bathroom here, and we've got a disabled bathroom here. And then we've got where we're going to have the bomb defusal experience thing. We've got where the bombs will be kept in this room.
A bomb?
No, it's an antique tin.
For someone to disarm, and then we'll have all the instructions and things on how to disarm the bomb in this room. Which is quite nice. It's quite nice and bright in here. Lots of space. Then over here we've got the entrance that we'll be using to get in and out. There's some storage in here. It's where the like gas meters and stuff are for the rest of the building, but some storage in there for us. And then we've got the big section through this corridor. And yeah, we've got lots of plans for this area as well, but it's future Robert's problem, which is huge amount of area, but yeah, should be good. Okay, we've just been to B&Q. And we've got these panels which are absolutely massive, but they're for the stream room. So we've got some acoustic lining on the back, just to sort of make the audio a bit nicer. And we did notice that side of the office is a bit noisy with people walking past and stuff, so we definitely need something. So hopefully this will look nice. Flipping expensive, like, isn't it?
Yeah, but worth it.
Okay, so we got these panels back from B&Q. It really didn't fit in Kim's car. It was quite scary actually. She couldn't look anywhere to the left. Quite worrying actually. But we did it. We got through traffic and things. So we also bought these 3 boxes. A lot of the stuff that we have in the old office is in sort of these like soft, really old boxes, like cardboard boxes. So the idea is that we're swapping out these for a bit better solutions. Mainly things for like Christmas decorations. I know we've got a load of Halloween decorations as well. And then I'm sure we'll use the other box for something else. And that's really cool. Kim bought this for us as a little new office warming gift. Obviously, with Who Shoved My Shapes being one of our games, we'll use that for stand-up, so we'll throw it around when we tell each other what we're doing for the day. We bought some paint as well, and you can see here that we've done a few little tests. So the idea is that we're going to sort of like do like almost like a diamondy pattern on the wall, just because it doesn't take that much effort. And we want it to look really nice. We're going to be here for a while. Red and orange, and like we're going to sort of spread it out with grey and some white as well. In this office, then we're going to do the purples and the pinks for the public side of the office, because that's sort of like the 2 colour schemes we're going for our logo with the rebrand. Red and orange is our online presence, and then this sort of colour scheme, although it does look a bit dark, that pink, doesn't it? It looked a bit hot pink earlier, but anyway. we'll see when it dries. And this is more for our public side. So yeah, we're going to sort of like divide the office into everything over there is one colour scheme, everything in here is another colour scheme, which should be quite interesting. Yeah, so yeah, we're just going to clean. We don't have much time now because we're going to have to go back and look after the dogs. But yeah, we're just going to try and get some cleaning done, wipe everything down, and yeah, we can make a big step forward tomorrow. Okay, it's moving day. Yeah, me, Lee and Kim have just arrived. We've been delivering the sofa, but we met Jack and my man at the storage thing, repping the merch. Yeah, so we're just going to quickly load everything up. And yeah, I'm gonna actually help now. Right, let's load one. Basically, the chairs. Oh, you're kicking. The chairs and some of the desks. It's just they take up so much space, don't they? Okay, so Jack's loving all of the rework. The the building. New sofa. That's the thing that we picked up this morning. We'll unwrap that and get that sorted later on. Matt. Oh, okay. Kim's in a rush. Yeah.
Got things to do.
Yeah, so I think we're pretty much done. There's a leaf. I'll get that. But yeah, everything done. I think we'll just about fit in the van, which is really cool. And yeah, well, I guess I have to speak to the people now. I don't really know what the procedure is. I'll give it in like 2 weeks notice, but that's like 3 days from now. So sure, I guess I'll just shut it and... Oh, is this door shut? Yes. Cool, job done. Good little storage unit. Lee's just thinking all this footage and the light is flickering the entire time. Don't really too much. Right, that's all done. Kim's, that's not how you use a sofa. Yeah, we got everything moved in. All good. And we actually made really good time. So it's only just gone past 3, which is really good. So like last time I think we were still unloading the van at the last office at 4 o'clock. So loads better. We got all of the stuff. There only seems to be a couple of damages. I know that a bit of the coffee table got damaged and there's a couple of scrapes on the arcade machines and things, but it's all here. There's a chair room, storage and things like that. We've got so much stuff. It's crazy. But yeah, it's all sorted and we're just going to get rid of our old sofa now. So we're going to quickly drive to the tip. It's just me and Kim for this last run. Oh, goodbye sofa. You were really gross. Like, what's that goop it's got on it? Okay, so everything's been moved in. Well, apart from the last things that were in the temporary office. I'm basically just unpacking today. So we need to get approval for what paints we're using and things like that. So we can't actually paint quite yet. But there's other stuff we can do. There's loads of stuff. So you can see that like we've got these big storage boxes that we bought the other day. Essentially just for long-term storage, way better than the cardboard that's sort of like gone all soft and like a bit weird. So Christmas decorations, Halloween decorations. These are actually the decorations that we used for our booth at MCM, the Skystead Ranch booth. So there's lots of foliage and lighting and stuff in there that we do want to keep because we do want to go back to conventions and I'm getting a phone call. So I guess I'll continue this in a sec.
Okay, so it's been a pretty busy week working in the new office. However, I finally managed to get back to work on the Colour Voxels DLC, which of course is the toy store. And today I've made quite a lot of progress, a lot more than I originally thought I would. As you can see here, I've sort of started to bulk out the design for the interior of the shop. And it's looking quite nice. You can't really see what's inside of here. I'll show a little clip hopefully a little bit later in the week where you can actually see inside, which is essentially just some, it's like a Scale Electric set, sort of like a remote control car set. And these two kids, playing the game inside. But other than that, we've got a full shelf of toys now. This definitely took a while. I was working a little bit on Monday afternoon, so trying to get everything bulked out here. It definitely took a while getting all these toys modelled in, but overall I think it looks pretty good, and I try to keep the variety pretty high there. But as for today, I've sort of just been going through and adding in these sort of big shelving units, sort of like the kiosk. Obviously got the little paper bags behind here, the folded bags. We've got the character here who runs the shop, giving a little bald spot because it was unintentional. I thought it was quite funny, so I'm going to leave it. But yeah, it's getting pretty good. There's still a lot more to go. Obviously, I want this world to be quite dense in terms of how much is in it, because obviously it's not the biggest world compared to the rest of them, but that's sort of what we wanted. We wanted it to be more zoomed in and high detailed. So I'm going to be going in, adding a lot more toys on the floor, adding a lot more characters. As for now, I'm just working on the actual door itself, trying to make it look a bit more unique, a bit more homely. I didn't want a sort of, sort of automatic door, something like that. I wanted a bit more of an old-esque, sort of like Tolkien Hobbit door, is what I kind of had in my mind. So I'm going to get that modelled in. It's not finished yet, and then I'll jump back to the inside and add some more toys laying around.
Hello, I'm back. Basically, long story short, I'm knackered. So I'm gonna have a look at the CCTV system. I've also been unpacking a bunch of stuff into the cupboards. We've got stationery. Ooh, look at all this. Instead of just a dump in the other room. We've got all of our merch and stuff like that we've got spare. Bunch of spare bow. And yeah, I'm gonna have a look at the CCTV system. So this should be fun to set up.
Yeah, catching up with the Coloring Pixels QA testing. I've gone through all the levels here in the natural Windows DLC. All don't look completed just because I've gone ahead and re-imported them all in the correct order, so all now in size order, which again we didn't do for the last DLC being the comic book, but for this one, obviously yeah, they're all in correct order now. So yeah, they're all good to go. Do not need to do the achievements and everything else alongside getting them ready for release. But yeah, the main chunk of the work is done. It's all made, it's all tested. So yeah, we're getting there, ready for Friday.
Okay, cool. Look, we've got a camera. So this camera here it's the only one I've got set up. It's facing sort of like the public area. It's hopefully going to be ladder. Ladder doesn't have a foot, so it's really wobbly. Stop things. Yes. So it's got like a camera angle like facing all of this, and hopefully there'll be a little shop here. So it's a very public facing thing, just for security. This one. We're going to put another camera in this room. Mainly so that we can monitor any escape room things and help if needed, and another camera in this room, probably just above the door. But we'll see how the cables really work. But yeah, I've got it working. It was just an absolute nightmare. It's taken so long to get it working. It's mainly just getting the wires through the wall, to be honest. But yeah, you can see, like, look at that. And then it does pop up saying there is a human recording. So there I am. It's quite cool, and it does it like does time lapses and stuff like that, and it uploads to Dropbox, which is what we use for the vlog and things like that. So fingers crossed we can use some of the time lapse footage from the vlog. So that'll be really cool. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother putting up another one because it just took forever. I'm just gonna shift some stuff around and then call it there for a day, I think. Yes, the weather today is pretty terrible. We've got like 50-mile-an-hour gusts. And it's just absolutely chucking it down. But the thing is, with this office, it rains and the electricity stays on, so it's amazing.
12 seconds later.
Oh no. No. See ya. I've deployed some sponges, but outside of it's just the worst. Like, it's just awful. But there doesn't actually seem to be much of a problem. I think we just need to get something to sort of like line the bottom there. I think this is a bit extreme weather, so I think we should be okay, fingers crossed. But you can see when the wind blows, it's blowing it in. But yeah, I'm gonna try and find something to block it up, I guess. All right. So I've put a few desks up. We're going to basically live in this little room for the next 2 weeks. We've got a date for the internet, I think it's the 25th, and it's the 12th now, so it's about 2 weeks. So we need to use that little Wi-Fi router, which is using like phone signal, and that's the best place for it. So we need to be nearby it. But we're going to be moving out of this office pretty soon after that. This is just where I've been having my lunch. Yeah, this section over here, you can see it is quite wet, but it was pretty much Armageddon earlier. It's been fine ever since, really. We are going to get some sort of thing underneath here, just to sort of help it, make sure it doesn't happen again. But it was really bad rain. There was like flash flooding and stuff. So fingers crossed this isn't going to be a persistent problem. But yeah, we can get stuff to sort of at least absorb it and stop the water from going in under here. Yeah, also, what else have I been doing? just unpacking more, really. So most of this stuff is basically sorted. It's all packed away. There's just a couple of things for our desks, which I'm going to leave there. We've got Dave. Dave's got a seat down here now. I left the bathroom light on. We've got a new CCTV camera in the office. So this is sort of like plugged in here, and then it's wired, and the wire comes down here and plugs into that. Seems to be, it's flagging me as a human again. Yeah, it seems to be quite good. The main thing we wanted to capture with this, it's not to like spy on anyone in the office, is just to spot the entrance ways. So from this angle, you can see that this door and this door, just in case we get a break-in or something like that, they're going to have to come through one of those two ways. Especially with our networking and stuff over here, we want to have an eye on that as well. And yeah, it's just been a matter of bit of unpacking. Everywhere's been cleaned. Got lots of merch stuff, even more unpacked. Yeah, another thing that I forgot to mention was the wires. So we've got wires going into this wall here and then coming down. So you see there's two spare wires here. That's because these are actually I've ran them all the way down here. You can see like where I gave up, putting the tiles back here. So that is the one cable is going to go in that way for a CCTV camera in this room, then another one this way for this room. Should be good, but the drill is dead, so I can't install anything. So that's on charge. And yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get our finished tomorrow.
Spent all day doing a lot of announcement posts because I've got all next week off. So stuff like the Steam sale that starts next week. Obviously the Pixel DLC is coming out later. We have the St. Patrick's Day Lucky Fate posts. So there's a lot of sort of scheduling to be doing. So I've been using the new Buffer app that I've been sort of showing off a couple weeks ago. And yeah, other than that, yesterday, work from home, but I got the last of the loop levels done there as well. So yeah, Rob found a nice reference image to do a like computer ports. There's very different types of connection port points for like video connections and stuff like that. So yeah, quite happy with that reference image. I was able to make a nice level with that. And the last two did a top-down view of sort of a gaming setup, sort of multiple screens, controllers, etc. And then finished off with this sort of small but quite aesthetically pleasing one-line image. So it's all one continuous line. I like the way it's turned out. So yeah, those are being pushed ready as well. Getting a little ahead of schedule, but that's just to make up for the fact that I'm not here next week. But I've just done the announcements for that as well. I started the giveaway. So yeah, that's all ready to go. And I want to start pulling apart this PC because we're moving into the new office, and I want to make it as easy as possible for tomorrow or over the weekend to pack up this office to take across to the new office.
Okay, so you can see here the Toy Store DLC is pretty much done on the modelling side. I've pretty much got everything filled in as much as I wanted to. And I think I mentioned in the last recording that I was a bit unhappy with the sort of spacious areas that I'd left open. I think there was a lot of space down here on this section as well. So I went through and just added in various sorts of toys to try and fill up the design. You can see I've added a bit more colour to the carpet. Really happy with this carpet actually. I don't think I mentioned this earlier, but sort of like a pixel art design once I find the actual... There it is. Oh no. Oh, I haven't split it up yet. Okay, so you can't really see it. That's a shame. I'm told about it, you can't see it. Actually, I'll show you in Unity. So let's quickly jump to Unity. There you go. There's the pixel flowing there. So you're happy with the pattern that I did here? Thought I would just do, a bit of a pattern-esque design. Hopefully it'll be as fun to play in voxels as it is in pixels. So hopefully that'll be something for people to enjoy. But as for everything else, I'm pretty much done. I can see here I added a little fog character here, which is going to blow bubbles, which will be nice for VFX. I've essentially just went round and added in potential VFX stuff as I realised later on during the modelling process that there wasn't too much that I could add. So I've added in a helicopter, a train, the fog as I mentioned, and I'll probably add some various VFXs, some dust particles or something subtle like that, maybe some wind on the outside. Yeah, now that's all done, I'm going to be jumping over to Unity and doing the process of lining everything up, which does take a little while, but considering today is a bit of a shorter day for me as we're moving out, once I get this done, I'll be pretty much happy to leave this here for Monday for me to do all the VFX stuff. So yeah.
Okay, today the cavalry's arrived. So Jack, Lee and Kim are here to help. I've got the CCTV working in this room here, which is very, very cool. We've got it all plugged in. It's a bit crazy. Lee and Kim have started painting in the corner. Just doing it with white. We're not actually allowed to change any colours or anything yet, so we're just painting it white, which is what I think is supposed to be anyway. So should be fine. Yeah. We've got a couple of things to show you though. So we've got the CCTV. You can see in that room there that it's working as intended, which would be really cool. And apparently it does audio as well. It's just that this screen doesn't have any audio plugged in. It's detecting a human. We have this as well, which is the a bomb disarming device. This will be part of the escape room experience. We just ordered a small one just for demonstration purposes really, and to sort of like get an idea of what the quality is like. But yes, you open it up and it's a Simon Says game, which is super cool. So there'll be like something counting down. We haven't actually managed to get it working yet.
12 seconds later.
Okay, so like... Nope, that's wrong. Oh my gosh, it starts again. Cool, and then it gives you a code. So then you can put that into a padlock. So how cool is that? Anyway, that's the distraction. I'll show the guys later, whatever. Anyway, so we've got a few packages arriving. So we've got this huge sticker, which is going to go for the front door. So it's like an inside window sticker. The quality isn't great, honestly, but it'll be really cool anyway. And then we've got a bunch of these signs that say this way. The idea being is that we're on a corner here, so the entire office like wraps all the way around. So like if you approach from this side, we want a sign saying this way, and then an arrow. The arrows haven't arrived yet, but it's cool. We can get those installed. Our whiteboard as well. We needed a new whiteboard ever since the first office because it fell off the wall. Sticking to the wall has been quite difficult. Hopefully.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Ages ago, and it was bent and awful. So we've got a new one. It's kind of cool. It like folds. I don't know if I can show you, but like it like folds in two, which is strange. We weren't expecting that. Yeah, we'll get that installed anyway. Excuse my mess. And just an update on what Jack's doing. Oh, this is looking fantastic, mate. This is looking amazing.
We're getting there.
So Jack's basically making a sign to put by the front door, because I've had loads of people walking past and just wondering what on earth's going on inside. So yeah, cool.
Cool. Almost done.
Guys have gone. Loads of progress painting the wall. There were loads of marks and scuffs and stuff on it, so really happy to get that sorted. There's another issue though, isn't there, Kim? Yeah, so Jack noted that there was basically the ground is wet around this door. So we're really hoping that it's just from the storm that happened yesterday, but we aren't sure. It does feel like freshly wet. Like you can feel it. So yeah, I guess we'll just have to see what's happening. Like it doesn't look like there's any water coming in from anywhere at the moment. So fingers crossed it's just from yesterday and we can just get it addressed later. Hopefully it's not a long-standing issue. Okay, it's time to say goodbye to the temporary office. So we've moved everything out, asked the guys to pack up all of their stuff, unplug everything yesterday, and me and Kim are basically doing the move today because it's a Saturday and she's got the car available. But yeah, it's been really good. I'm going to miss the view. The view's really nice. There's ducks on the pond. But yeah, we're just going to quickly drive over to the new office and unload everything. Cool, that's all that moved. I mean, I'll definitely move that away from the wet the wet bit. Yeah, so I think Lee's off next week, so that's why this is a dual parter for a devlog. But yeah, we can get some of his stuff sorted out, and me and Jack will be plugging everything in on Monday. Yeah, I don't think we're going to do any decorating today. We're just knackered, so yeah, things are good. This little section here, it still seems a bit wet, but it's not like fresh wet. It's just sort of like damp from the other day. So fingers crossed, it was just that storm that has caused that being wet. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on it.
Okay, so it's my first recording in the new office, and I'm starting off with doing the next Coding Pixels DLC, which is going to be 1980s. So this one should be a nice fun one, going to be vastly different from the last DLC, which was Natural Wonders, which was just packed full of landscapes. So I thought I would start off with a very sort of, iconic one, which is of course the DeLorean. Obviously it was, made famous by Back to the Future, but I'm just doing, the normal car, not the one from Back to the Future. And I've honestly found it quite hard to do in a very strange way. Is that a lot of people, when I'm doing my referencing for finding actual images of the car or people's artwork or pixel art, try to get some ideas of how I want to sort of compile my image together. It's hard making mine look distinctive enough because obviously the look of the car is just the car, but I think now I've been drawing for a little while. I think mine looks quite nice and distinctly different from everyone else's. I've got a bit more of a blue hue on mine, and I'm definitely going to add it to a bit of a landscape. So I'm thinking of having sort of like a Tron-esque, not Tron, what's it called? Synth-wavy looking background that you'd see on like vinyls and things like that. And hopefully that will look quite nice. So yeah, I'm going to continue adding details to the car. There's only a few things I need to do left, like adding the door handle, some lights, adding some shading here and there, and then I'll start to composite it into a scene, and we'll see how it looks.
Okay, so me and Jack have set up our PCs. I'm only going with the one monitor since my job is to essentially get out of here. Yeah, Jack's just finishing up voxels, as I'm sure he's told you, and Lee is off. But yeah, I'm just going to continue on painting. So the paint that we did on Friday, it seemed to dry quite well. Obviously needs another coat, it always does, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm just going to actually just crack on and start off in this corner. I kind of want to get this corner and that room done because it's stuff that we can just set up and leave. Jack's supposed to have a stream on Friday. We'll see how that goes because the internet isn't getting installed until next week. But yeah, we just want to kind of get these sections sorted. Ideally over here, because this is where the internet and stuff is, this is where we want to put our dev kits and things like that, and then we can wire them up properly with the switch and things like that. So I kind of want to just get it painted. I've made a start, but yeah, time to crack on. Yeah, just a bit of a side note, but one of the things that makes it a bit awkward to record is having one screen. So yeah, this is a bit strange. But yeah, I've been in build hell a lot of today, so most of the day has been painting for me, while my PC was like busy making a colouring voxels build. So once that was done, I've been just QAing it. So there's no lead this week, so it's my job to QA colouring voxels, which I don't mind doing. I don't mind doing like blue pexide and colouring voxels. It's colouring pixels that I struggle with. But yeah, just getting there. Some large levels in this one, so the FPS tanks a little bit, but yeah, should be good. I like these little bubbles that Jack's done for the... What was it? Bubble dispenser? What's he called it? Bubble machine. Little frog. Yeah, we just received our first delivery at the office. It's our new router. The delivery guy didn't really know where to go, so he was like knocking on windows, wasn't he? Yeah. And we had to go around and find him. Yeah, we need to get these stickers and stuff up so that people actually know where to go. But yeah, should be good. We'll get this connected next week. Okay, we are just about there with the Toy Store DLC for colouring voxels. It's been taking a long time. There's been a lot of back and forth and pushbacks with this one. And every time we do a build, it takes like 2.5 hours, and I can't use my PC during that time. It's just been an absolute nightmare. Another issue that we've been having as well is the mice that I've been using. For some reason, this is the one I usually use, the like Resinaga. It hasn't been working ever since we moved out. Well, ever since we broke up for Christmas, actually. When we came back in January, it was super cold in the office, and this hasn't been working 100% of the time. So if I move it now, you see that it's not moving on screen. Yesterday it was working, which is the frustrating thing. So I'm stuck with this mouse, and it's almost like laggy when I move it around. It's really, really, really difficult to play with. So it has been slowing me down a fair bit, but we have only 2 levels left to QA. One of them I've pretty much done as well. I've QA'd the problem area as window. No, it was the entrance. The problem area was sort of like at the top that needed addressing. I've QA'd all of that. It's just the bits in between that I need to go over again, and then this window display level. Then the build should be done, which is really cool. But yeah, Jack is about to do a stream because it's almost 1 o'clock, and it's funny that we got the internet router for next Wednesday because we're using this mobile internet at the moment. So what the plan is we're basically just going to sort of turn off everything that's using the internet and hope it works. So I'm going to turn off the internet on my PC, turn off the Wi-Fi, disconnect on my phone, everything like that, just to sort of help as much as possible, because we only get about 10 meg upload at peak with this little thing, and that's really not fast enough for a smooth stream. So it might be terrible, but we're going to give it a go anyway.
I've been working on Colouring Pixels DLC, which is 1980. You can see here, I've already got quite a few levels done. The Pac-Man machine is still in progress. That one's not ready to be displayed yet. But you can see I've already done 5 for the store page. So when Lee comes back on Monday, he can do that straight away. This one definitely being my favourite one so far, which is the, I think it's the Columbia rocket it's called, with the launch in, was it 1980 or 1981? But I'm really liking this style. I've been for a bit more of a blockier sort of solid colour palette, so nothing's really hyper detailed, except maybe the grass down here, but everything else is sort of big, bulkier colours, and hopefully it'll be quite fun to play. But as of now, like I said, the stream's about to start, so I'm planning out what to do. I spent the last 10 to 15 minutes so trying to get an idea of what I want to do for this one. We know it's going to be the Zoo DLC, but I'm trying to pick a sort of style that I can sort of go into the stream with and know what I'm going to do. And I think I've got a fairly good idea. The only thing that I don't really know what to do is the sort of layout. So that's probably going to be the bulk of the first bit of the stream, just sort of trying to get a layout of how things are going to look. But after that, we'll be able to start modelling some cute creatures and critters around. So that'll be good fun. Okay, so that was a really fun stream today. Managed to get quite a lot done. As you can see here, I've started with the Zoo DLC here, and it's looking really nice. This is one diorama section that I did during the stream today, and I decided to do on stream quite early that I wanted to sort of not focus too much on the sort of under details, like the why am I blanking out? The dirt and sort of the rocks underneath it, because I want to try to focus on the more interesting things of the stream. As you can see here, we've got a really nice creative little section done, which is sort of like, you know, the sort of African section. You know, it's very, you know, deserty with hippos and a rhino here. And someone in chat, and you chatter came in and sort of gave us a bit of lore and a bit of interesting fact about this baby rhino called Mudeng, which is quite a famous rhino, a baby rhino. So I've included him there, and this rhino is actually the famous rhino called Fiona. So I managed to incorporate those as the children hippos, this mam here in the water. So yeah, really happy with this one. I'm going to continue with this sort of cartoon-esque style that I've sort of developed for this one. Definitely taking a lot of inspiration from the volcano world, but I think I've put my own twist on it, and I think it looks really nice. So as of now, I think I'm going to continue and start to build up the next section, and then I'll probably call it a day. I think I'm going to do like an Antarctic section, like penguins and things like that. So that should look quite nice.
Alright, I just wanted to give a quick walkthrough at the end of the video, because obviously we moved in. This video has been the whole point. Lee still hasn't set up his desk, and we've just got loads of tat over in this side of the room. But I think we're going to have to vacate it next week, just because we are applying for some tax relief on basically not using this side of the office. So we need to get it sorted, and there's going to be an inspection for that. So we need to move out as soon as we can, as soon as the internet's sorted. We've got all of this, we've got all the CCTV up and running, all that's working in the 4 rooms. This is just chair storage. In here we've got just some generic stuff. We don't have any batteries for the clock, so that's not up. Obviously we need to paint as well for that. That's that board there is for a sign that we're going to stick on the wall. More on that later, I'm sure. Yeah. And then in the actual meat of the office, we've just been painting. So it turns out that we weren't actually supposed to start painting at all. I just thought it wasn't that we could change anything. So apparently painting it white was against the rules, but fingers crossed they won't hold us against that, because we don't have any approval for using colours on the wall yet. So we're just on white. I've just been working on this side of the room today. And yeah, I mean, it's white, isn't it? It's fine. This has just got 1 coat on the entire side, but the entire side, the rest of the room has had 2 coats on. So we need to get a 2nd coat on this. And then there's just these last couple of bits here. And then colours, hopefully.
Rob, you are very far away. Hello.
Jack!
It's Friday!
Yes, yeah. 2 week special this week. We've done loads. Whole new office.
Just gonna move that out of the way.
Whole new office. We've still got loads to do. As you can see, we haven't even touched this side of the office, right? We've got people from the council coming next week. We've got the internet installation next week. So the devlogs are hopefully going to be quite exciting going forward. But yeah, make sure to check out the Toy Store DLC for Colouring Voxels, which came out last week for people watching this. Wooloop, I think, is coming out, computer DLC.
Yep.
As of the release of this video. And then we've got the new upcoming stuff, haven't we? So we've got Colouring Pixels.
1980s.
1980s.
Yep.
We've got
Zoo for
Zoo.
Voxels. The store page should be live by then, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what the next Wooloop is. Lee's
No
got it on
idea.
screen, I'm sure.
Yeah.
He won't. He's miles away from it. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks to everyone who tuned into the stream today, because I think there was quite a few people.
It was a busy
I wasn't
one.
able to watch because we don't have the internet speed, but yeah, cool. Thanks.